Welcome back to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba, your host. Thanks for joining us. All righty, we're going to get back into our show here right now, and I've got Amy Levner of KaBoom. All right, Amy, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Thanks so much, Michael.
You're welcome. Give us some background on yourself, and then I want to talk about what KaBoom is doing and how they're helping children and families.
Sure. KaBoom, we're a national nonprofit. We have been in business a little over 20 years, and we focus on ensuring that kids all over the country, especially kids that are living in communities with less resources, have great spaces to play.
Okay. Now, you recently did a kickoff here in Texas on Sunday, right?
We did. On Saturday, yeah, we were at Keith Park in Dallas, and we're doing some work in Dallas to bring play to unexpected places like city streets and sidewalks and libraries. So we're really excited to be doing some work on the ground there in Dallas.
Okay. Playground installations for children. Tell me about the places that you're going into, what is transforming in that area, and how where you plan to go with this.
Sure. So, people expect playgrounds to be really good places for kids to play in communities, and they are. They're wonderful. They're actually great ways for moms like me to catch up with other moms and be together. The challenge is that kids and families don't always have the time, especially on busy weekdays, to get to a play space. And so, especially if you think about kids who are running errands with their parents, whose parents might not have the right child care, or good child care to take them to play spaces, we decided that we wanted to bring play to them. So we want to take that idea, the best ideas from the playgrounds, and by using, some simple tools like paint and some elbow grease, we want to bring play spaces to places like community centers and to parks and to libraries across Dallas.
Tell me about the impact. What, not just the economic impact, because now people can go to work because they've got safe places for their children, but the outer circle impact, if you will.
Sure. And when you think about it, healthy kids grow up to be healthy adults, which has an incredible societal impact. The economic impact is understandable, and really easy to grasp, but when we have kids who get the exercise they need every day, they get the physical activity they need, when they get the opportunity to interact with each other, collaborate, learn from each other, they grow up into being healthier, stronger kids. And when we tell kids that they matter, when we are telling kids by putting play spaces in the places where they are day in and day out that they matter, then they grow up into really highly functioning adults, and that's what we all want.
Okay. You are going to keep expanding. Give us an idea where you're going next, what is going to change.
Absolutely. So we want these ideas to just spread across the country. We want Dallas to serve as an inspiration for other cities. We're also going to Houston, so there could be a little friendly city-to-city competition happening there in Texas. We are also going to Atlanta and Miami as well. And then we have some other tricks up our sleeve. There'll be more Play Everywhere installations done across the country, in addition to our flagship program, which is building playgrounds in lower-income communities as well.
Okay. So the mission and the vision for the company, I mean, who started this and who's involved with it? Who's behind making it go? You have philanthropists and people that donate.
Sure.
And charitable organizations that team up with you. So let's hear who's really making the difference inside of KaBoom.
Sure. Well, so we're actually a small and mighty staff, and what we rely on, the power that we rely on is the power that comes from both our community partners. So when we go into a community and build a play space, the folks that come out to help us do that, and then the funding partners, the corporations and foundations that are donating funds, they also send volunteers out. And so, for example, when we build a playground, we bring about 200 volunteers out for one day, and we call it an urban barn raising. 200 volunteers come together, and in 6 hours, there's a new playground where there once was some flat space. And so it's a real exciting way for people to come together to do something really good. It feels good to give back, and we just help facilitate and serve as almost matchmakers, and then we oversee the volunteers and construction of these projects. And it's really rewarding for us to be able to bring communities together and do this all over the country.
All right, I'm on your page, the staff, and you've got everybody's toddler pictures. I see you with the little red bucket.
That's right.
That's
yes.
cute. Let's talk about what it is from the community, our Dallas community, within our footprint, if you will, that we can do to help grow this and bring your message to the places it needs to show up.
Absolutely. Well, you all can in Dallas. You all can support the projects that are being implemented. You mentioned our website, KaBoom.org, and if you go to KaBoom.org/playeverywhere and click on the challenge, you'll see the winning projects in Dallas. So visit those projects, see what you can do to support them, and then tell others about them. Spread the word. I think that again, it doesn't take a lot to do some of these projects, and so of course, individual donations always help, but really providing that elbow grease and helping your neighbors roll up their sleeves and do some of these projects in their communities is a really exciting way to spread these ideas. I mean, the imitation is the sincerest form of flattery here. That is absolutely true. Copy these ideas. That's why we're putting them out there. So we want Dallas to be, again, an inspiration for lots of other cities to take on these kinds of projects.
All right, Darrell Hammond started this. We got about a minute left. Give us his message to the world.
Yes. So Darrell started this because he was living in Washington, D.C. at the time, about 22 years ago, and two little kids crawled into a hot car on a summer day, a brother and sister, and they ended up dying because they had no other place to play. There was not a playground within a 3-mile radius of where they lived, and that was just a travesty. And so Darrell went out and said, this is not right. We need to make sure that all kids have access to great places to play, that all kids get the play that they deserve, that they get the spaces that they deserve, and that we tell them that we care about them.
Got it. All right, Amy, we're going to have to go real quick, but before we do, please, contact information for our audience to work with you.
It's KaBoom.org/playeverywhere. Join the conversation. You can also find us on Twitter at KaBoom and on Facebook as well at KaBoom.
Great. Amy, thank you for being a guest on the show.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome, Amy Levner, KaBoom, KaBoom.org. You've been listening to CEO Money with Michael Yorba and Ed Baxter. Segment has been brought to you by Tycon Partners. And don't forget, podcasts are everywhere for the show, and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. It's on our website. We'll talk to you soon.